Morning. How's everybody doing? Welcome to it is Thursday, April 23rd, 2026. How you guys doing? Morning, morning, morning. All right, everyone. Let's get started here. Thank you everyone. Thanks for the birthday wishes. Yes, I am a year older now today and hopefully wiser. Hopefully wiser, right? That's the main key here. So we'll get started here and let's get rocking and rolling. So markets pretty much trading at the all-time highs right now. Take a look. What a comeback, right? Straight comeback up. But then last 3 days we've just been hanging in there, right? Take a look over here. Went up to 712, pulled back. Another attempt towards 711, pulled all the way back down again. And then we came right back up again to about 712. But then take a look, markets pulling back yet again. We're pulling right back down. So small gap down today. Nothing out of the ordinary. It's a pretty normal gap down. Yesterday was a very small day as expected. I talked about that yesterday, how it was kind of a boring trading day, which you can see here, right? We went up, we went down, we went up, we went down. We basically were sideways all day yesterday, and it was a tiny little candle. A little bit of a pop into the close, but then today we are gapping down. So today's bias right now, as it stands, is a neutral bias. I don't have a specific bias here in the markets this morning, but I will say that yesterday's high and low is going to be the main thing for all the older people when he says 7-Eleven. Yes, Scott, I was actually expecting that, but nobody took that bait. But anyways, so yesterday we have this area right over there. So that's going to be the zone for me to watch, right? So draw two lines over here, yesterday's high and yesterday's low. And that is kind of the expectation right now. So my bias today is if the markets break under this 708 area, under yesterday's low, then I think we could have a little bit of a short bias. And if markets go higher, right, and we end up taking out the high of yesterday, then I would have a bullish bias. So that's basically, in a nutshell, the bias for today, right? Under yesterday's low, a short bias. Above yesterday's high, long bias. In between, I have no bias. So just keep that in mind. Okay? So let's dive in. And thank you, everyone. Thanks for the birthday wishes. Hopefully I'm wiser. That's what I'm expecting. I'm like, I pray to God, I'm definitely older. Hopefully I'm wiser as well. But let's take a look at what we have going on today. We have HIMS gapping up today to $30.35. HIMS. So looking pretty good. I think it might have another move higher. This was a really nice swing trade we had. I took this swing trade long right over here at $19 area, and then we sold it on the pop there in the newsletter, which was a nice trade. But I think that it could have a move higher today. So I want to keep an eye out on it. So we'll keep an eye out on HIMS. Tesla also had earnings. I am so happy. This is the perfect gap down that I expected on Tesla. So I'm actually pretty happy with that. Tesla's gapping down on earnings to 374.20. I do think that this could be support and it could move back higher. And the reason I say that is because take a look at this. This is a downtrend line. See that? Downtrend line, downtrend line, downtrend line. Downtrend line was broken. And now this gap down is basically a retest of this downtrend line, which was resistance, which could easily become support, right? And then we have the 21 EMA curling up here as well. So I think anywhere between 369 and 374 could be support, which is perfect because we have cash secured puts on our Tesla at 370. So as long as it closes above 370 on Friday, then we get the full premium. But the reason I'm happy that it's lower and not higher is because if we can keep this price over here, then next Monday we can get another nice premium. So Tesla, but yeah, for a day trade today, I will actually be watching for a little bit of a bounce. If we get a quick spike down in the morning, maybe 370, 369, then I think it has a chance to do like a bottoming till and go back up. So I'm going to keep an eye out on Tesla today for that. All right. Next up, we have OKLO, gapping up today, gapping up to 78. This one is, I'm going to pass on it. I mean, it definitely has potential and it could definitely move higher. But reason for a day trade I'm going to pass on it is because, we got the 200 period moving average right above. And then yesterday on the 15-minute, it just was going straight up. So it's a little bit extended for me to, do a sort of a long trade on OKLO at this point. So we'll watch it, but nothing special there. All right, and look at that. Wow, QS. I was just thinking about the stock yesterday, about calling it as a swing trade over 740. But it had earnings today, and boom, this stock is now gapping up to 975. So that's a little bit extended there. So I'm going to pass on that. It's a little too big of a gap for that. But yeah, what a crazy move on CAR, huh? Wow. Evan shorted this. Evan shorted it. I was like, man, this is crazy. But yeah, look at that. Look at that move. I thought about shorting it. I thought about it. Yesterday we were talking about it, how this thing was like, power trending. Then suddenly the angle changed. But then with the gap down, gap up yesterday, the angle did go 90%. Do you guys remember that? Yesterday we were talking about angles, right? I said, look at this angle, not shortable. Look at that angle, getting better, but not exactly 90%. And then with yesterday's gap up, there was a point where, look at that. It actually went up 90%. Look at that. 90%. Then after going up 90%, it was a tough short, but perfect short. And look at that move. Wow. From $800 a share down to $400 a share. That's a move down, everybody. That's a move down. That's a great short. So yeah. So nothing to do there, but I do remember. I think I mentioned it short yesterday, but I was like, man, I just don't want the trouble in my life. But you could have easily done it. Right, I probably would have done it somewhere under here, maybe, if I wanted to. Stop loss, probably would have given it there. That was actually pretty good. So yeah, nice job there if you short a car. What a crazy stock, huh? What a crazy stock. We got marijuana moving up finally, right? Right on 420. Right, 420 happened on 420. Marijuana is starting to pop. Look at that. What a move. Not a bad idea. I mean, as a long-term / swing trade, look at the monthly chart. Monthly chart, kind of a bottoming type of a pattern here. And cannabis, moved up massively here from $560, 5.66 now on marijuana. Finally moving up. But the thing with marijuana for an investment is that there's so many people stuck in marijuana stocks for years. Look at all these people stuck in marijuana stocks for years that any bounces would likely, tend to get sold. So just something to keep an eye out on. All right. Well, let's see what else we got going on today. We got APLD gapping up. This is actually pretty good. Applied Digital Corporation, APLD. Right, APLD is gapping up here right above that little pivot resistance area there, gapping above that, and it's also sort of already gotten above a downtrend line. So APLD, I think, has potential to go higher. So we're going to keep an eye out on that as a potential long idea as well. All right, so keep an eye on that. We got NOW now. Now is gapping down today, but nothing special there. We got SMCI gapping down, right? Super microcomputer. SMCI is gapping down today. This could be shortable, but the thing is the stock's already down at major support that I don't really feel like shorting it. We got Tilray gapping up from the marijuana sector. Marijuana sector has been moving up pretty good there. All right. You guys are looking at CSX and then BSX. Yeah, BSX I like. BSX looks great, actually. Yeah, BSX Awesome. I mean, I love this. This is pretty good. BSX is gapping up, right? Look at this resistance area on the 60. Failed here once, failed here twice, failed here 3 times. And then look at yesterday. All day yesterday, it consolidated and it went sideways. And now today, it's gapping up above resistance, and it has room to go higher into the gap fill. So I like it. BSX, I think, looks really, really good long. So keep an eye on that. What's up with all the X's? Adam's mentioning BSX. Steven is mentioning CSX. Ben is mentioning NFLX. What's going on? All right, NFLX, not bad also. Netflix is rising 50-period moving average, gapping up above the 50-period moving average, taking out the prior candle. So yeah, a little bit of a buy setup there. I do like Netflix. I think Netflix looks good today as well for a long idea. All right, Scott is looking at MBLY, Mobileye. Yeah, Mobileye is gapping up today. Not bad, definitely has potential. But also this stock doesn't move much, right? Average range is an issue. On a typical day, this stock is moving 30 cents a day. So I think it's going to be hard to make money on this one. So keep that in mind. Blackstone BX. BX is gapping down today. All right. Blackstone gapping down under some support. Actually does look pretty good on the short side on BSX. Not bad. We could watch it. Yeah, let's keep an eye on BSX. So watch list is BSX, NFLX, BX. What else? Oh, what else? X, triple X. MOH gapping up today. Not bad as well. So yeah, quite a few gaps today. Yeah, MOH is gapping up, clearing resistance. Nice gap. Room to go higher. There's a 50-period moving average, 200-period moving average at about 165. Stock right now is at 161. So it does have $4 to go higher. So I think, yeah, we could definitely keep an eye out on it. Post about it on X. Meta is gapping down. Yep. I like Meta as well. Meta I already have on my list as a carryover list. I was watching this yesterday. Already have my lines drawn in. It's gapping under the support on Meta. It's extended. Gapping under support. Does have room to drop. So yes, definitely Meta as well. So let me go ahead and post my watch list here so you guys have it, and then we'll review any remaining stocks we have. All right. So let me go ahead and post that list there, and then we'll dive in and see what we got going on here. All right. So for now, that is my watch list, guys. You guys can see it there. Those are the stocks I'm looking at today for a potential day trade, right? For a potential day trade, we'll see if they set up or not. So we'll dive in there. All right, let's see what else you guys are watching. Type it in the chat. Type it in the chat. What else? What other stocks are you guys watching today? What are you looking at? Post it in the chat. I'm happy to pull it up and look it up for you. So comment on the chat. What are you guys watching? Parker is looking at CMCSA. Yeah, CMCSA, Comcast Corporation, gapping up today to 30.87. Not bad. It is above resistance. There's a little bit of a downtrend line there, which might be an issue. So we got to just watch out for that. Like this little downtrend line. Got to watch out for that. But CMCSA definitely has potential. CSX gap too far. Yeah, CSX is a little bit extended for me. Monthly chart is already a little bit extended. And then the gap on the daily, it's not bad. It could absolutely work. Just for me, it's a little bit up there, you know, but again, you could watch it. It's not terrible. You're watching Nokia long? Wow, Nokia is gapping up, but it is extended. Wow, Nokia is still around. Wow, look at that. You know, gapping up. Nice gap above red candles, but it's a little bit extended here for me. New Scale Power Corporation, SMR. We got SMR gapping up today. above this resistance there. Not bad. We can throw that on the list there. Has had a Goodfellas haircut for his birthday. Really? No, it's the same haircut I had yesterday and the day before. It's the same one. But yeah, it looks like a mess. It looks like a mess. Hold on. I'll make it easier for you and for myself. There we go. Boom. Now I have a good haircut. Yeah, my hair grows really fast. Every time I go to the barber, I'm like, could you give me a haircut? And then I always tell him, do it shorter than you think you need to. Because the moment I wake up next morning, it's right back. I'm like, wow. It's crazy. CRM gapping down. Could go lower on CRM. Not too bad there. Thank you, Kim Colhorst. Thank you. Open, nothing special going on today. Texas Instruments, TXN. Wow, what a gap up on TXN. TXN is gapping up to $260. My God, what a crazy stock this year, right? But it's a little bit extended for me to go long today. I think there could be some profit taking on this morning. All right, guys, market's going to open in about a minute. All the best. Let's get it done. And let's see what we have going on today. It's been a pretty good year so far. It's been a pretty good month. This month's been great. Month has been great for swing trading. I think the win rate, if you don't count break even as losses, the win rate this month has been like over 80% on the day trades. And even the swings have done well this month, right? We did good on HIMS. We did good on PayPal. We still have our IBIT long from before. And, we still have the Bitmine immersion as well. So not bad. So we're going to let the markets chill out a little bit. And then we'll look for some day trades to do. So let's see what we can get going on today. But that is my watch list. You should see that in the chat. And now let's go through the list. So we got QS gapping up. See that? Talked about it gapping up right into the 200 MA. And now it's pulling back right off that black line. So nothing to do on QS. We'll leave that alone. I mean, CAR, I'm still looking at this chart. Wow, right? Wow. This is a textbook climactic parabolic chart right out of my course, right out of our courses, right? Perfect 90-degree angle change, and what a drop on CAR. I used to do these kind of trades all the time back in the day, but as I've gotten older, I just look for the easy money, All right. Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even try shorting it. I didn't even try shorting it, but that's a good point. Maybe it was not even available on IB. I'm not sure. I didn't even check. All right, there's the BA moving up. BA looking really good as a swing trade. BA is looking good as a swing trade. I think still has a lot of potential there. You did a bear spread call. All right, cool. Nice. Nice. Bitcoin's coming back down. What do you guys think? Is Bitcoin gonna continue to go higher, or has this hit the top of the channel, right? So if you take a look at like this, look at that. So what do you guys think? Is Bitcoin gonna continue to move higher, or is this just a channel? We're just in a channel, up and down, up and down, up and down. We hit the up, and now it's time to come back down. Or do you think it's ready to go? Because last time it did the same thing. Looked like it's gonna go higher, right? Boom. Failed at that channel top line and then back down again. So it'll be interesting to see what Bitcoin does. Does it go up now, or does it do the same thing again? Meta looks lower, guys. I think I'm going to short Meta. I like Meta short. Yeah, I'm gonna do Meta, guys, short. Low of the day by. I don't want to use high of the day. That's a little big. I might just do 662.50. I'm gonna do Meta short. All right, Meta short. A low of the day by 662.56. So all right, I'm gonna short Meta. A low of the day by 662.56. Okay, and we're gonna shoot for a target for about 1 hour. So we will have about a $2.79 stop loss. All right, so we'll wait to see if Meta triggers or not. We'll see if Meta triggers. Might adjust the stop loss based on where this candle goes. But I think for now it's fine. So we'll come back. We'll come back to this Meta. MicroStrategy, nothing special today. BMNR, nothing special. HIMS did a little pop and drop today. And there's the Tesla. Look what Tesla is doing, guys. We literally spoke about this in the pre-market. What did I say? Look at this trend line. This trend line is resistance. Tesla's gapping down into that trend line. That trend line, which was resistance, should become support. And then from there, we might bottoming tail and try to go back up. And look at what it's doing. Right into that trend line. That trend line became support. Bottoming tail going back up. This was actually not bad. This was actually not bad. It could have been done long. Once you got that red candle and then this inside candle, you could have done it long right over the high of the day, right? Just do high of the day, low of the day, look for a 1 hour target, which Tesla did a good job in. APLD is starting to look really good. APLD, ooh, very tempting here. Man, gotta make up my mind quick, I think. I like APLD. I do think I missed the best entry though, but you can still do it. You could do it right over the high of the day. You know, high of the day with the stop loss down here. Not bad. I think it's a little bit late. I would have preferred to do it maybe here with a stop down there. So we'll see. I like APLD. What was the issue on this in the morning? Trend line? But looks like it's broken the trend line, so that's not bad. APLD. Ooh, this is coming down. Maybe I should do it. 34.72. All right, I'm going to do APLD right here by low of the day. All right, APLD. 35.51 by low of the day. It's still right here. It's a fake out trade, but I'm like, okay, I was thinking about doing it anyway, so I'll do it as a no regret, but I'll give it the low of the day. But obviously that's not a good break here. So we have about a 78-cent stop loss. Okay. Target is going to be 36.29 roughly on APLD. And if it can move up, then I'll try to bring my stop loss up on APLD. But we'll see what happens there on APLD. Meta is going higher, so I'm going to cancel Meta. All right, cancel the Meta call. It never triggered the trade. So canceling the Meta. Okay. BSX is moving up pretty good as well. Check out BSX. Not bad, but I need a pattern, right? That's the issue here. It's not bad at all, but not a clean pattern here on BSX. I do like it though. I do like it. The daily and the 60-minute chart look amazing, and I do think it has a lot of potential to go higher, but I don't like the pattern here for day trade, so I'm going to skip that for now. Netflix. Let's take a look at what Netflix did today. So Netflix popped up this morning and then pulled right back down. I still like it though. If Netflix comes back, I'm open to doing it. There we go. APLD is coming back a little bit. Hopefully it can go up. APLD seems to coming back a little bit here. I might bring my stop loss up on this to, yeah, let's bring the stop loss up on APLD. So my original stop loss was all the way down here, 34.73. I'm going to bring my stop loss up to 35.02. Okay, so APLD stop loss raised to 35.02. So my stop loss was here. Now I'm bringing it under this candle over there. And if APLD can just get back above here again, then I can bring my stop even tighter. But right now I can't do that. I do like Netflix if it comes back. We got a sell setup here on Blackstone. Blackstone has a sell setup. Weak move down in the morning, come back up. A little bit of a sell setup there. Not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah. Not too bad. I don't trust it fully, but you should never trust Blackstone, right? I don't fully trust it, but it does look interesting as a short idea if it breaks under this VWAP with a stop over this area. Not too bad, but for now I'm going to skip it. MOH has a little bit of a buy setup as well. MOH, Molina Healthcare, ran up today in the morning, pulled all the way back down. Does look higher as a 1 minute buy setup over this VWAP 168, but not a huge fan of this daily candle and the 200 MA area. Not a big fan of that, but it does look a little bit interesting there on MOH over 168. Keep an eye out on that. SMR, nothing special. So MOH, do like it over 168. 168 by low of the day for a 1 hour buy setup. It's not bad at all. Do like it, but just not a huge fan of the area on the daily chart into this 200 MA. That's the only issue. There's the Blackstone. There's the Blackstone looking lower here. Right, that sell setup I just mentioned, looking lower. BSX looking higher there. Tesla, wow. Tesla, guys. Tesla did exactly, I mean, look at this. You heard it here first. Go back and rewind the session. I said the exact same thing this morning. That Tesla's gapping down, but this trend line, which was resistance, will become support. It'll bottoming tail and go right back up and fill the gap. And wow, perfect, perfect, perfect. Exactly what we talked about. Isn't that crazy? All right, let's see what we got. Meta could be a lower here as well. Check out Meta sell setup. Meta gap down today under this support on the 60-minute chart, trying to come back up, but looks like a little bit of a rounding top, right? Looks like a little bit of a rounding top. So Meta could be a short idea there. And look at Bitcoin is so tight. Bitcoin is so tight, just dead sideways, tight. Could go both ways. MicroStrategy is looking lower now. Yeah, MicroStrategy looks like a short idea. I do find this interesting. MicroStrategy short. It is under support on the 15-minute. So under like 176. MicroStrategy could be potentially shorted. But here's the good news. Our APLD is coming back up. Come on, APLD. So I think I can raise my stop loss on this now and go tight. 35. Yeah, let's go. APLD stop raise to 35.27. So there you go. APLD stop loss raised to 35.27. So my stop loss was here. Now I'm raising it over there. Okay. SMR. MOH is still hanging in there. Not bad. Right? There we go. APLD, guys. APLD. About to get it done. We just need a few more cents. APLD just went up to 36.20. Right? Just went up to 36.20. We just need like another 10 cents or so on APLD, and that'll be nice. But looking good. Hopefully you guys got this trade. You had plenty of time. It was lower than the price that I bought it at when I called it. So plenty of time. Come on, APLD. There we go. All right. APLD, target hit, everybody. Boom. Nice job. APLD, target hit. Great job. All right. Good stuff. Look at that pop. Wow. Who got it? Type it in the chat. Anybody got the APLD? Anybody played along? It's good stuff. Good stuff there. We missed the trade. We didn't chase the high of the day. We waited for it to fail, and it looked like shit when it was pulling back. Right? Let's just be honest. It would look like shit when it was pulling back, but you just trust your system. Remember, we spoke about this at the Evolve Summit. At the Evolve Summit in Fort Lauderdale, and even in the strategy course, I talked about it. It's called the no regret entry. When you miss a trade, don't sit there and cry about it and say, oh, I missed it, or don't chase it. If it pulls back, which it often does, just get in. But the thing is, when it pulls back, it looks like shit, doesn't it? And it makes you doubt yourself. We're like, oh, but it looks like a failure now. It looks like the breakout failed. Now you should not buy it. It doesn't look good. Technical analysis, right? But if a system says just do it, right? Trust the system. And it looked like crap. Even I thought it was going to stop, but I was like, well, I'm going to do it anyway. And then we did it, and it, boom, held it and did a great job. Nice job there on APLD. Nice job, Liquid Steve and Randy and Johnny and Jotun and Jay and Rory and RD. All right, good. Good. Let's see what else we got going on today. That MOH might still work. Oh, that MOH, it might still work. Mentioned this on this 1 minute buy setup here. So you would have gotten in somewhere around here, like 167, 70 or whatever. Stop loss, probably I would have given it down there. And you just look for a 1 hour target. And you could probably even go break even now on it and just let it go. So MOH, not bad, but it's just a little bit spready for me. It looks a little bit spready on MOH. So that's the only issue, but it looks pretty good there. The Blackstone I mentioned, that one is also working at the moment. You could go break even on this. On Blackstone, I mentioned that short right over here, right? Stop loss right over there. It actually already went 1-to-1, already went 1 hour. But if you're still holding it, you could just go break even and look for the low of the day as a target. So that one is looking pretty good too. BSX, no clean pattern, but I do like BSX. BSX actually looks pretty good. Not a bad 5 minute chart. Not a bad 5 minute chart. If you like BSX, I think pretty much right here by low of the day is the only way to do it. But it's not a clean pattern. But yeah, great job on APLD. It's still going, right? I got out of it because I hit my target, but it's still going. Still going. I think the only one that I sort of missed today is Tesla. I think the only one I missed today is Tesla, because Tesla did exactly, what I thought it was going to do, right? I thought it did exactly what I said it was going to do. So I should have done this one. I kind of took my eyes off it a little bit, right? I took my eyes off it a little bit, but this was a really good one. Basically a 1 minute flash on the reverse side, right? Basically a 1 minute flash on the reverse side, and it did a good job. High day, low of the day, boom. Would have been an easy trade to do on Tesla. That was a good one. All right, Meta, Bitcoin is still hanging in there. Nothing special. The only one that I'm thinking about. Oh yeah, what happened to the CMCSA? Did I not add it to the list? Forgot about it. Yeah, did a good job. Yeah, not bad. Netflix is still pulling back. Nothing special on Netflix. All right. Finally hit your target on APLD. Nice job, Brent. Nice job, Brent. But, yeah. Alrighty. So not bad, guys. 1 hour a day keeps the stress and the job away. And all I hope again, all I hope, and the only reason I do these live streams even now is because I want you guys to see, like, because sometimes, what happens is people hear me talk about psychology and building a trading system, and they're like, come on, Anmol. Like, even on YouTube, right? I haven't posted a single video on YouTube for many, many months. And we have a good YouTube, 380,000 subscribers, and I still don't post on it, right? Because I'm not a YouTuber, but I'm trying. I'm live streaming. I'm a trader first. But my videos don't get a lot of traction on YouTube because I post on psychology and systems. And people are like, but Anmol, please teach me technical analysis like Jared used to do all these videos. I'm like, don't you get it? If that made you money, you would already be making money right now, right? The reason you don't make money is because you don't have a system. And hopefully, and the only reason I'm live streaming here is to show you that what I do every day is the same, isn't it? You guys tell me. How different is a day for me? Doesn't every day look like the same when I come into the live stream? Because it's like flow state. You got to build that. It's not something you're born with. You have to train that. You have to train that every day should be the same. Today's my birthday, but it's still the same day. I woke up the same way. I did the same shit. It's the same schedule. Doesn't matter. It's my birthday. It's the same day. So it's like I've cultivated that, and it shows the benefit of building a system. So I don't know how many of you guys have been following the devotional series, but if you've not, you should do that. Okay, I need to find the link. I don't know if Evan's listening, the devotional link, if you could maybe send that to me on Discord or something. I forgot to save that. But yeah, that we got a comment yesterday from a few people. They were like, man, I've been listening to the trading devotional videos every day. I've been reading every day, and it's been really helping my trading psychology. And, people have been talking about that. So I don't know how many of you guys actually do that, but I'm going to drop it in again here, right? There's the link again for you. Get that. It's free. There's no charge. It's completely free. You got to click that link, put in your email, and you'll get it for free. And then watch that. Every day you'll get an email for the next 30 days from me with a tip. Do that every morning before you come to the trading desk, and your psychology will improve. Okay? So, yeah, that's that. All right, let's continue on. Let's see what we have going on. So look at that QS. Wow, look at that QS. Told you, right? I said this is too big of a gap. There's going to be profit taking into the 200 MA, and it failed right there. CAR is still dropping. My God. Are you still in this one, Evan, short? On CAR? Are you still in this one short? Jesus. Man. This is insane. Wow. These charts sometimes definitely give me some FOMO. Definitely give me some FOMO, but that's all right. At least Evan got it. One of us. At least someone got it. BA, nothing special there. Owl looks lower here. Check out Owl. Owl looking like a short idea. Under the low of the day. Stop loss somewhere over here maybe. Not too bad on Owl. Blue Owl Capital. Looks lower, but I think it'll be better if it sits here and consolidates a little bit before breaking down. Bitcoin is still going sideways. There's the Meta. There's the Meta looking lower. Meta does look pretty good. Maybe I'll look at some puts on this. But Meta's doing a job. I mentioned that short right over here with a stop loss right over there, and it seems to be working. It seems to be doing a good job on Meta. I do like it. It looks lower still. Let's take a look at the markets. Markets are still going higher. That's the crazy part about shorting today, is that the markets are definitely really extended. All right, look at the NASDAQ, QQQ, still going higher. So that's my only concern with shorting Meta is like Meta is definitely much weaker, relative weakness. Market's going higher. This is going lower. But if the market keeps going higher, that might eventually drag Meta up. But all that thinking probably would have been better just to do it because it's already working. So yeah, nice job on Meta if anybody did it. Right, nice job on Meta if anybody did it. Okay, keep an eye on that. Yeah, man. Oh, I do like Meta, but I missed it, so I'll skip it now. I think it's a little bit too late to do it now. Right, I think it's a little bit too late to do it now. Um, but that was a good one when I mentioned it. I just missed it. That was not bad here. 664, 666, $2 stop loss. Pretty good. I do like MicroStrategy though. I do like MicroStrategy. MSTR looks like a short idea there. Tempted on it. Tempted on it. And maybe I think I'm going to do Tesla. Tesla looks a little bit interesting. Let's take a look at some call options on Tesla maybe. Let's see, April 29. Yeah, I think Tesla might be a little bit interesting here. All right, I'm going to do Tesla calls just for a scalp. Tesla April 29th, 375 call. Okay. All right. Oh, shoot. 1 second here. Something's wrong with my freaking option chain. Here we go. Green. All right. Tesla. 375 calls. What is wrong with my freaking option chain? There we go. All right. I'm going to do a Tesla April 29th, 375 calls. All right. I'm going to do Tesla. I'm in. April 29th, 375 calls. And basically just going to look for a target of maybe like a little bit over 30 cents would be nice. So we'll see. There we go. Tesla coming back up there. All right. Come on, Tesla. Try to get 10, 15, 10, 10 target.
Order filled.
There you go. Out. Wow. Nice shot. That was quick. That was quick. Nice job. We could actually do it again. We could probably do it again on Tesla, but took a 40-cent profit there. I'm gonna do it again on Tesla. I'm gonna do it again on Tesla here shortly. Try to buy. Let's see. Try to buy 955. See if I get filled.
Order filled.
Okay, I'm back in. Back in at 955. I'm gonna look for a target of 985. All right, we'll see. All right, target of 985 on the calls. All right. All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to be right back. I'm just going to grab myself a water. Be right back, but I'm back in the same Tesla calls, 955 with the target of 985. All right, be right back. All right, Tesla's still pulling back. Still giving it up on Tesla. There's that owl still hanging in there. OWL. OWL owl. Still hanging in there. Looks like a short ID under low of the day. And Meta, I definitely missed Meta. Yeah, I definitely missed Meta. Should have done it. Should have done it. Should have done it here on Meta. You know, short here, stop there. What an easy trade. Yeah, Hims gave up that gap already. That APLD is still hanging in there. That APLD is still hanging in there. Not bad at all. Look at that APLD. Still hanging in there. And that BSX is very tempting too. Yeah, a little bit tempting here on BSX. Wow, Tesla's like really giving it up. Tesla's now really giving it up. What a tail. What a bottoming tail. But yeah, watch the BSX. 5-minute buy setup here. 5-minute buy setup on BSX. Moved up there. Pulled back. A little bit of a bottoming tail at the 9 EMA. Interesting. I think I would need it to get above this this downtrend line. So we got a little bit of a downtrend line here. If BSX can get above, right? If BSX can just get above this downtrend line, I think that's when this 5-minute buy setup would actually be pretty interesting. So definitely keep an eye out on that. It is very interesting. Netflix gave it all up. Blackstone is actually very good looking short. Check out Blackstone here. Blackstone is actually a very interesting short idea. We got a little bit of a wedge pattern going on here. Check it out. Got a little bit of a wedge pattern going on here on Blackstone. So keep an eye out on it short under 124, right? Under 124. So like under 124, stop loss over here. Target maybe low of the day or under the low of the day. Does look very interesting on the short side on BX. Okay. Does look very interesting short on BX Blackstone. That MOH worked, everybody. That MOH worked. Look at that MOH. That worked out pretty good. Now, look at that MOH. That MOH worked out. I don't know if anybody got it or not. Mention it over here. You could have done it right there. 167.60. Low of the day. Boom. Target hit. Target hit. All right. Tesla's coming back a little bit. It went much lower than I expected, to be honest with you. I don't like that. Don't like that. It went much lower than what I had expected it to do. Hopefully it can bounce a little bit here. I thought about adding, but I was like, you know what? Let's not do that. I thought about it though. And perhaps I should have done it. Because you had an opportunity here to add at like $8 a contract or like $7.90 a contract, which would have brought the average down to about 860s, and then it already went up over 910 here. So that would have been actually a good ad to do, but I didn't do it. Right now, I don't like Tesla anymore because it definitely pulled back much deeper than I expected. So honestly, my thing right now would be just to try to get out of it. Right? My thing right now would be just to try to find an exit out of Tesla because I don't like how much it pulled back. Right? Don't like how much it pulled back. So I'm probably going to try to just get out of Tesla here and take a small loss. We'll still make money on it.
Autofill.
Yeah, all right. I'm getting out of Tesla, guys. Getting out of Tesla. Out 930. So basically taking a 25-cent loss on this Tesla, but we made 40 cents on the first one. So we're still up 15 cents on this Tesla overall. First trade made 40 cents. Second trade lost 25 cents. Net still made 15 cents. Reason I got out is because I expected this area to hold as a higher low, but it gave it all up. That was 100% retracement. So even though it is coming back, even though it's bouncing exactly where it should, it's not the reason I got into it, right? So That's why I ended up just getting out on this bounce. Okay. So not bad. Overall, still a nice day, still a profitable day. Made APLD, made money on that. And then Tesla, we did 2 scalps here, still made money on those. So overall, not bad. Basically about 1 R on APLD and 1.15 R on Tesla. So overall day, I'm up 1.15 R. Okay. So that's that. Markets are bouncing. So markets dropped into 10 o'clock, but now we're right at 10 o'clock. We started to bounce. So no, the drop started before 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, actually, the bounce started at 10 o'clock. So yeah, look at the market now. Nice bounce right at 10 o'clock. You guys are looking at Verizon. Yeah, Verizon's on fire today. Not bad. Look at that weekly chart. Yeah, that weekly chart looks like a swing trade. All right, look at Verizon. Weekly chart, super strong move, pull back into the rising 21, bottoming tail. Yeah, Verizon looks like a nice weekly swing trade, but Verizon has earnings on Monday, 27th April, so going to be hard to swing trade before that. So keep that in mind. Yeah, so it's got to be looking at that area, and hopefully it'll get above it, but keep an eye out on that. But it's got to get above these zones over here on earnings. So, all right, guys. One more thing. So, I don't know if you guys had the execution sort of checklist there. So, I dropped in the link earlier in the chat for the devotional. So, make sure you guys go ahead and download that. But then the other thing is we also have another free giveaway, which I shared earlier, but maybe some of you guys missed it. But that was the execution guide, which you can also download over here. So you have 2 free gifts. Those of you who are watching on the live stream on YouTube is you have the trader devotional as a gift, and then you have this execution guide. They're both free. Download both of them, right? And then look to get them for free. You'll enjoy them, hopefully. So do that there. What else you guys got? What else do you have going on? So we got the QS, IBIS, Bitcoin is still dead sideways. So I think we did a good job. Most people will sit here and keep trading all day. That's not me, right? You guys know my style by now. If you've been watching me trade for a little bit, you know what my style is. I come in every day. My goal is to get 1, 2, maybe 3 good day trades a day. And then that's it. And then I call it a day. And we do that every day. And I think this month is about a 90% on the morning trades, 90% win rate this month. I come in every day. I find one like APLD. I take it. I get done. And then that's it. I call it a day. And today we did the same thing. 1 hour on APLD, 0.15 on Tesla, net 1.15 R. And and the best part is with this strategy, you don't even care what the market does, right? While the whole world is going to sit there in front of their computer till 4 o'clock and talk about, I think the market's going to go higher. I think the market's going to go lower. I'm like, all right, peace out. I'm out. I'm going to go to the golf course. I'm going to go play golf. You guys keep talking about the market or what's going to happen. I've already made my money and I'm out of here. And I think that's the best feeling, right? The whole world will be sitting here. I think the market's going to drop. I think the market's going to bounce. And meanwhile, I'm like, all right, enjoy. You keep talking. I already got my trades done, right? In trading, that's the best thing to do. Take your money and run. Don't sit there because you're not in the prediction business. I think a lot of people confuse that. You are in the trading business. Your goal is to make trades and to make money and to make an income. You're not in the prediction business. Predictions don't pay you, right? I'm right on a lot of things, but I don't make money on them because predictions don't pay you. You got to be in it to win it. But guys, honestly today, was one of those days where everything worked. Let's go over everything I mentioned today as ideas that I gave you. Number one, MOH. Remember this? Look at that. Mentioned that right over here. So if you took MOH, that worked. You made money on that. Mentioned BX short. If you shorted that, you can put your stop at break even. You have a free trade going right now. All right. Mentioned APLD. Look at APLD. What a great move. Mentioned Tesla bounce in the morning. Perfect bounce. Mentioned Meta short on the sell setup. Perfect sell setup. Just focus on gaps. You know, gaps is where the money's at. Focus on gaps. And those are the stocks that I mentioned. Everything worked. There's not a single thing that hasn't worked. Everything worked. So no excuses there. Starbucks is immense under pressure with competitors. I get that. Stock update daily. I do get that, and I agree with you. You know, I mean, I used to drink Starbucks all the time, and now there's so many other coffee shops that you can go to. But that's my personal opinion. You know, of Starbucks. That's just my personal opinion because that's fundamental analysis, and I don't think fundamental analysis is something you should be making investment or trading decisions on. All right, don't believe me? Take a look at the hedge fund guys. 90% of the hedge funds get less return than if you just buy the S&P 500. And those are the guys that are on CNBC talking about fundamental analysis. So keep that in mind. All right. So keep that in mind. Fundamental analysis don't make you any money. The money is made with technical charts, entries, stop losses, things of that nature. Okay. Do they pay to be on TV? Yeah. I get emails all the time. Hey, I'm Susan from CNBC. We saw what you're doing there. I think CNBC will be great for you to promote your Live Traders brand. It's depending on what time of the day you got to go on. It could cost as low as $20,000, and it could go as high as $100,000. So $20,000, they'll get you in a few segments. You know, $50,000, they'll get you in at the New York Stock Exchange or NASDAQ or somewhere like that to do on the floor. You want to do $100,000 or more, they'll do a little 2-minute series on your life. It's all pay to play. That's why I'm telling you, this industry, I've been on all sides of this industry. That's the best part. You know, I've been a student just like you. I've been a trader. I've been a prop trader, right? I've been an educator, a coach. Now I train prop firms, psychology for hedge fund guys. So like I hear all these things, right, from all different parts of the world and different experiences of people that I've been on all sides. And yeah, I get up at all the time. Hey, you're mastering the trader within book. We can put it on the Good Morning America and then we can get you on CNBC. It's a $75,000 package. I'm like, you kidding me? Do you know how much money I make from books? Last month I made $47. And you're asking me to pay 75 grand to promote my book? I don't have that big of an ego. I don't have a big ego. I know some people do. They want to be in the TV and, you know, all that stuff. But it's all ego. Anyways, enough about that. There's no benefit for you. Yeah. Books don't make any money, man. Publishers take money. Amazon takes money. And you don't get anything. I do it as a labor of love, really. It actually cost me more money to write the book, to get a cover designer, to get an editor. It actually cost me more money to make the book than you make from the book. But I do it as just labor of love, because I know that it changed my life, it changed my trading, and if you apply it, it can change yours too. It's called Mastering the Trader Within. You can get it on Amazon, it's on Audible, you can get it anywhere you want. But yeah, books don't make any money. All right, guys. Let's see. The Starbucks, I mean, as a day trade, actually looks like it wants to go higher. right? Starbucks actually looks like it wants to go higher for a day trade, but it is too light volume right now, very low volume. Doesn't have many people trading it, so I think probably leave it alone is best on something like that. And even the micro strategy worked out, right? I mentioned micro strategy as well as a short idea right over here under this support area 175.80. So if you did that, then that short also ended up working out perfectly there on MSTR. So not bad at all. So there was Liquid Death. There you go. This live stream is sponsored by Liquid Death. Go hydrate yourself today. So keep that in mind. What else? What else you guys got? I've been looking for a swing trade, man, but these markets are so extended that, I definitely cannot do a long swing trade here. That's for sure. Right? I definitely cannot do a long swing trade here for sure, considering how high the markets are trading on the daily chart. I want to find a short swing trade. I really want to find a short swing trade. So where do you guys have any short ideas you're looking at for swing trade shorts? Let me know. Let me know if you guys got any swing short ideas. It's a tough area to short though, We're definitely extended, definitely due for a pullback, but we're also sort of power trending and riding the 9 EMA on the 60-minute chart, right? We're riding the 9 EMA on the 60-minute chart. So I think it's a little bit, even though it's extended, it might just choose to consolidate and then try to break out again. So we got to keep that in mind. Yeah, we got to keep that in mind. But I am definitely looking for some short ideas there. CRM, CRM, not bad. Did a good job on the short side there. It went 2 cents from your target. Well, hopefully it'll get it done for you. But yeah, that was a nice short idea there. Nice short pattern there on CRM. Good stuff. Thank you, Luke. I appreciate it. If you could come on at maybe 10:30, that would be great for a little bit. Brandon has a question. Real question for you. I've been doing it with AMD. Shares got called away yesterday at 250 last Friday. Wow, 250, man. It has continued running up. I feel like I want to wait until it comes back down to selling CSP. I would agree with that thought process, Brandon. I agree with your thought process there. Is wait for a couple red days or something and then do the cash secured put. Because right now you're not going to get any premium. And then as soon as it puts in a red day, you're instantly going to be down. So yes, I think that's the right way to think. Wait for a couple red days before you do a cash secured put. SYY, weekly sell setup forming. Yeah. You know what I wanted to short as a swing trade? I completely missed it, but it worked out perfectly, guys. It worked out perfectly. Remember Raytheon or RTX? Remember that one? I mentioned that. Look at this on the monthly chart. Monthly chart is extended. Weekly chart was a failed buy setup. And then I mentioned it as a short trade right under all of this support. And I completely missed it. Then I thought it's a little bit late to do it now. If it bounces a little bit, I'll do it. It never bounces. It worked out perfectly despite the market going higher, right? The markets were ripping, going higher, making all-time highs, but this thing still pulled back. So that goes to show that you should not always be reliant on the markets. There's always a bull market somewhere. There's always a bear market somewhere, right? So when the markets were dropping, we were in long swing trades and they did really well, right? And then the markets are ripping, but then there's stuff like RTX, stuff like LMT. Look at that. What a bear market there. Beautiful drops. So there's always a market somewhere. You want to go to Siberia this summer? Okay. What's going on over there? I've never been, but I want to go everywhere. I want to go everywhere in the world. Um, what do I think about Schwab under 89 for a swing? Um, let's see. Actually, looks pretty decent. The monthly is a little bit tricky, right? The monthly is a little bit tricky, but so the daily, I see what you're looking at. Major support, so you want to short under support. I like that. I actually really like the weekly chart for a short idea, because weekly chart got this major support, but if it breaks under the support, then not only does it break under the support area, not only does it break under support, but then what it also does is it's breaking under this green line, which is the 50 MA. It's also breaking an uptrend line, and it also has sort of like a you could call it like a head and shoulders type of pattern, right? You got your little left shoulder, you got your little bit of a head, you got your right shoulder. So it does look lower on Charles Schwab, but the monthly chart is the issue, right? The monthly chart is pulling back, but then this area used to be resistance, could become support. You got the rising 21 EMA. So that's my only issue there, but I like it. I like it because of relative weakness. Again, what are the markets doing? All right, take a look at what the markets are doing. Rip into the upside. Look at what Charles Schwab is doing. Downside, right? So that looks lower as a short idea. So keep that in mind. All right. All right, guys. So a couple things I want to announce. We have the day is here. The day you guys have been waiting for is here. The summit recordings, right? The 2026 summit recordings are available now. We've already been getting a lot of great feedback from people who've already dived in and started watching it. But here's the link. This link is for people who are not in the Evolve Mastermind. So if you are not in the Evolve Mastermind, but you still want to get the recordings of the 2026 summit we just did in Fort Lauderdale, and you want to learn all my strategies and everything we talked about at the summit, you can purchase the recordings there. Or you could book a call with Evan and just join the mastermind, and then you'll be able to get it for free, right? So that's number one. Number two is if you are already in Evolve, right? If you're already in Evolve, then you guys just email info@livetraders.com, okay? So drop an email to info@livetraders.com if you're already in Evolve Mastermind, and then Caroline will give you all the instructions on how to get access to that. But start diving in, okay? Because this is exactly my trading plan. What these recordings have my exact trading system, my exact trading plan, every single thing that I do every single day, right? From the moment I wake up, how do I build my watch list? How do I scan? How do I build my gap list? What setups am I trading? How do I manage them? Where do I get in? Where do I get out? The exact system is covered in there. So I would say get started learning with that. Okay. And you could get it right now. You could spend a whole weekend, watch it, and next weekend you're ready to go. But just execute this system is my kind of thing to you. All right, execute that system. So what else, everybody? What else is going on? Meta under the VWAP. Meta, I mean, Meta does look lower still. I do like Meta short. If you want to short Meta, I would wait till it gets below 662. So under 662 with a stop loss, maybe 665. Not a bad idea, but I think the easy money's been made. Right? The easy money's been made today. Now it's the hard money. Yeah. So our exit was on Tesla was perfect then, right? Wow, that was a good exit by me right there. Right? I wasn't stubborn to say, oh, but I got to wait till it comes back to... This is how people mess up this option strategy. And I've seen this happen. So I'm going to just spend 2 minutes on that and then I'm going to leave. right? This is how people mess up my option strategies, that they get stubborn. No, I have to make money. Right? Oh no, it has to come back up. It has to come back to break even at least. Why? Why break even? The chart doesn't care about your break even. If it's dying and it's pulling back, it's gonna create a lower high. That's what stocks do. A lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So expect a lower high. Now, yes, sometimes they're just gonna go higher, and you're like, oh, I should have waited for break even. But no, the right thing is to expect what's supposed to happen, which is lower highs and lower lows. So see, we expected that. I didn't wait for it to come back and I have to get break even. I was like, I'm going to take a small loss. I took a 20-cent loss. Doesn't matter. We made 40 cents on the first one. Still made money overall. So learn how to take small losses and not be stubborn of, I'm going to keep adding. I'm going to keep adding. That's a messed up psychology. That's not the system that I taught you. Right? Not the system. So keep that in mind. You compare the stock with relative strength with Qs or the spiders. You could do it with either or. But typically, if it's a technology stock like Meta, Microsoft, Apple, I will compare relative strength to the QQQ. If it's an energy stock like Exxon Mobil or something like that, then I'm going to compare it with the SPY spiders. By the way, that being said, guys, watch XLE short. XLE looks like a short idea here. Right? Watch that as a short idea. XLE. A little bit of a bear wedge pattern here. Right? A little bit of a bear wedge pattern. Watch for a short idea there as a wedge pattern short on XLE or ExxonMobil actually. Kind of interesting, but not. So I'm going to skip it. Yeah, Microsoft, what a crazy tick here. Microsoft went up to 433. It's a bad tick. It's not real. Not real, bad tick, but funny nonetheless. Man, I'm tempted to do Tesla again. I'm actually tempted as a swing trade on Tesla, believe it or not. A little bit tempted to buy it. It's sitting right at the 21 EMA with a stop down under this big green candle. Might actually be a decent idea. For the APLD trade, what was the pattern again? Yeah, let's take a look. OPLD, you tell me. What do you see? Let's take a look. So you've taken the strategy course, right? So forget where I got in. Try to find a pattern on this. Right? Forget my entry price. But you tell me, what do you see here out of the strategy course? I see 2 to 3 patterns here. So you tell me, what do you think? It's a good learning lesson. No, from the strategy course, ascending triangle is correct, but from the strategy course, what do you see? So let's take a look. Would you call that a flash? Is this a flash on this candle? Yes, right? Yeah. It's a flash. One candle, all the candles inside the first one, it's actually a flash. But I said the flash seemed a little too big of an entry. So you could sneak in the flash, right? You can kind of sneak inside the flash a little bit early because we have a little shelf here, right? We have 4 bottoming tails here. 1, 2, 3, 4 bottoming tails. So you can sneak in by entering over here. So I wanted to get in over there, but I missed it. It already went, but I'm like, okay, it's still a flash. But then I said, okay, if it pulls back, I'll get in. And it literally pulled right back down. So I was like, all right, I got my perfect entry. It's still a flash. The flash has still happened already. So I'm in a flash, but with the different numbers. But I'm still trading the flash, if that makes sense. So it's a hard concept to understand, I know. But the concept is, I'm still trading the flash. I just have a better entry inside the flash, right? It's called a no regret entry, which I think I also teach in the strategy course. If you miss a trade, like I did over here, don't whine, don't chase, don't jump in. Just bid for it if it pulls back. And if it pulls back, it's a perfect entry. Pull back to the VWAP, What is that also? Out of the strategy course, it's called the FVP setup. So we have the flash, we have the shelf, we have the first VWAP pullback, and then later on in the day, right, people will just call it a breakout. And that's a textbook sideways breakout. So everything is everything. And you guys will learn that. If you guys don't understand when Evan said everything is everything, or when I said everything is everything, or when other Evolve members are saying everything is everything, and you don't understand what we're talking about, you'll know what we're talking about when you get the recordings. When you get the summit recordings, you'll know exactly what we're talking about. Because everything is everything. Once you understand that, then your paradigm of how you look at charts completely changes. So I teach that in the summit recordings. Everything is everything. So yeah, definitely do that. And guys, by the way, if you guys need payment plans or something for the summit recording, just feel free to reach out. You guys know it. Like Evan and I, we don't do this for money. So if you're like, man, I want to get the summit recordings, but you know, it would be nice if I could split it into 2 payments or whatever, 3 payments. Happy to do that. Just drop an email, okay? Just email info@livetraders.com if you need a payment plan, and we could do that. But honestly, you watch the summit recordings and you stop deviating from my system and you do my system exactly as I've taught it, you will make that back in like a week on a $100 risk. PKG is a little bit tough to swing short. PKG is a tough one to swing short. It's a weekly. Weekly looks like a little buy sit up there, you know, and daily is above this resistance now as well. What's my favorite watch? I don't really have favorite watches as such, but I think the all-time favorite is the classic. You know, get Rolex Daytona Panda. That's an all-time classic. But yeah, I used to be a lot in watches, but every year I have a new passion. You know, I think that's what I do to keep my life exciting. Is like every year I find a new passion. I get really passionate about something for a year or two, and then I leave it. So with watches, I used to be so passionate. I had like 40 collection of watches and stuff. Now it's about golf equipment and like guns. Guns and golf is my new thing. Let's see how long that lasts. So every year is like a keep your life exciting. You know, piano is going to be next. All right. There you go, Mr. Chat GPT. Mr. Chat GPT there with Vic, but yeah, everything is everything. There you go. You're getting into deep now. I would guess you're looking at a simulator. Jason, my man, you're a mind reader, Jason. Forget a simulator. I actually thought about opening one as a business. And I actually built a whole business plan. I'm not even kidding. This might be an evolved business. It's a small business. It's not going to make you rich. But I'm like, it'll fund my habit and it'll still be profitable. You know, I was like, you know what? I have a business idea. I built a whole business plan around it. I'm going to pitch it to you guys in Evolve. You guys can invest in it. You guys can invest in it if you want. Obviously in Florida, yes. Because I want to be able to use it. And I'm not even kidding. It might happen this year. It might happen this year. Okay? Like I'm already in process of doing that idea. It doesn't cost much. It doesn't cost much. With my idea that I have. It doesn't cost much at all. So yeah. We'll talk about it maybe on our next Evolve call. But anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed it. I know a lot of chit chat. I know a lot of chit chat today, but that's me, right? I'm not a degenerate gambler or trader. And again, nothing against other people on YouTube, but um, a lot of the guys you see on YouTube, I mean, there's all day trade, 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 trade. I'm like, yeah, bullshit, right? So my style is, again, I'm not saying my style is better or not. This is just my life, right? I chose this style. I like this style better. And my goal is every day I come in, I find 1 to 2 trades a day, and that's it. Just get done, take your money, and run. Let the world battle it out till 4 p.m., and you go enjoy your day. So that's what I do every day, and that's what we did today. So nice job. So have a great one, everyone, and thanks for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I am 34 today, and definitely older. I noticed a white hair pop up this morning. I don't know if I'm wiser yet, but definitely older. That's for sure. So appreciate that. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. And again, make sure to get the summit recordings. You will love it. Guarantee you that. And you will get a lot out of it for sure. Am I missing something? No, I think that's about it. So have a great one. Luke is going to be coming on for a little bit, right? And appreciate you, and I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, I'll be back again tomorrow morning, 9:10 a.m. is when I start streaming. So I will see you guys there. Have a great one, guys.